Welcome back to the Clubhouse, and for those of you just joining us, welcome to the Tribe. We are a group of FSU alumni obsessed with the culture, the gear, and the game of golf. From breaking down tour news to roasting our own weekend blow-ups, no topic is out of bounds. Grab a drink and settle in. This is the Tea Time Tribe. Welcome back, everyone, to the Tea Time Tribe. I'm Eric, as always, joined by John and Ian. We've made it to the second major of the year, PGA Championship week. Quick recap of what we'll talk about. We'll go over the Truist Championship, which Kristoffer Reitan, I believe is how you pronounce his name, gets his first PGA win. And then we'll basically just dive into PGA Championship this week, talk about Aronimink, where it's being played, and kind of give you our picks. And maybe this is the week. I don't know. I'm starting to somewhat lose faith in our tribe bet, but I got to stay strong.
Yeah,
but we can get to that.
We're committed.
We can get to that later. First off, Truist Championship being played at Quail Hollow. Again, just kind of like last week, I didn't have any notion to watch it. It was Mother's Day this past week, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. However, again, so many of these signature events back to back is just getting too much.
Yeah. Yep. In full support of that. The only thing I'll say is it was fun to watch Ricky be in contention for a little bit on Sunday. Yeah. I mean, Alex is making the most of his tour card. I like seeing him play well. It's fun to see him and the clips of Fitzy, Matthew Fitz, watching him signing his scorecard as he's teeing off on the first hole. So that had to be a good feeling for him as well. But man, I feel like Quail Hollow sat in such a high regard for so long, and then now for it to be just kind of meh, okay, yeah, it's the week before the PGA Championship. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Quail Hollow bit there, because I was going to say it just feel like there's been so many tournaments there in the last 5 years. I mean, they had the President's Cup there in 22 that I went to. And now they have an annual one there. Or I feel like they used to flip it between a couple of different courses. The PGA there last year. So it's just been around a lot, I feel like. So it's kind of lost a lot of its luster in a way for me, just having a lot of tournaments there. But back to the actual tournament, this Kristoffer Reitan guy, another just, especially for a signature event, complete unknown, right? Like I'd seen him a couple of times on DP World Tour leaderboards over last year maybe, but I knew he was Norwegian. That was about it. But him and Alex Fitz have been on an absolute, side-by-side heater, basically, using the Zurich to propel him to the Cadillac. Both, finished. Reitan was second in the Cadillac last week, wins this week. I was doing a little bit of more reading on him. He almost quit golf a couple of years ago. He was down bad, 1,000+ world golf rankings. He was on some tour I'd never heard of before. And in the last, couple of years has kind of found it. And, in the last 3-4 weeks has absolutely found it. And now has a home for next couple of years at least. Also a fun tidbit. Apparently he's the grandson of the richest person in the history of Norway. His grandfather's worth $10 billion. So he's just truly doing this for fun. I mean, I read the story about him almost quitting. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then I read the story about the grandfather after that. I was like, okay, he has no sympathy. I have none for you, buddy. Shut up. Sure, you make you happy. Your family's happy now that you don't need their money, but you've got a giant trust fund somewhere. But still, nonetheless, good win for him. Another European guy that we're going to have to worry about in a couple of years, 27, between Alex Fitz and him. I mean, they're both, are they going to ride this wave the rest of the year and the next year? Anyway, onward.
Well, I was gonna say, the three guys that we just kind of talked about, Ricky, Kristoff, and Alex. So it's good to see Ricky playing well. I think we've talked about it before, how Ricky playing good golf is I think something that the golf world needs right now. This was his third consecutive top 10, which he hasn't done since 23.
All right.
So it was RBC, Cadillac, and then Truist. So leading up to the PGA, I mean, it's a different animal, but it's kind of the trajectory you want to be playing for someone like Ricky.
Oh, here comes Eric's pick. It's back on the Ricky train. Here we go.
I have a couple picks up my sleeve. We'll see.
Hopefully, it's
interesting.
Scott.
I don't know if you heard that.
I don't think you did.
but it's nice to see, Ricky's now sitting in the top 20 in the FedEx. Kristoffer now is sitting top 20. Alex Fitz, like you said, making a name for himself now. He's 22nd in the FedEx Cup. So, 4 weeks, and these guys just completely changed what their season looks like and what the rest of their career basically looks like.
Yeah, I wonder if the more people are going to go do the Zurich Challenge now, or Zurich Classic, if they're like down bad and they're like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna have my card next year. I need to find someone. Let's find a friend. Let's go win this thing, and give me some
Phone a friend.
status. Because these are two guys. Look at them. Both these guys, started their hot streak there, and look how a month changes everything.
Look, you still got to play good golf, like no matter which way you cut it, and you saw that on Sunday, even when they were making those poor course management decisions, and they hit some squirrely shots, right? They could have easily given that back, right? So, yes, I do think I think we'll start to see some more of those, but you still got to be able to back it up. And Reitan is definitely backing it up. What was this? Was this his 15th PGA career start? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Golf Central this morning, so absolutely. I feel like this is a recurring theme now in the world of golf, where these guys come out and they think that they're so cocky starting their careers, and they think they're just going to go balls to the wall and win every tournament, and then they end up not winning every tournament, nowhere close to winning every tournament, getting super humbled, almost quitting golf, and then all of a sudden they see this massive resurgence. And Ben Griffin's another example of that, right? So I don't know. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to be on the verge of quitting and then just come back stronger than ever.
We gotta put out in the universe, be like, we're done here.
You know what? I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. Over it. And then just, you know what? That next round is just going to be, you're going to go low.
Yeah. We're going to get it done.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because you could make the argument of a possible resurgence for the guy that won the Myrtle Beach Classic, which was a secondary event to the Truist, Brent Snedeker gets a W.
Brent.
Back from the grave, honestly. Didn't even, playing in some
From the
events.
I didn't know he was
Panhandle.
playing.
Yeah.
From the Panhandle. Love it. Represent. Him and Boo.
Yeah.
Him and Boo
Yep.
Weekly. Man, look at that. Just
Yeah.
bunch
It's a
of
big,
rednecks.
yeah, truly. Big one for him. He played well at the Valspar back in March. I think he had like a top 10 there, kind of out of nowhere. He made that cut and did well, but I haven't heard from him, honestly, since then. So
I know everyone was interested in the Myrtle Beach because of Brooks, who finished T11. It's not terrible. Good old Blades Brown got another top 10.
The kid is a machine.
It's unreal.
I love seeing that too.
Well, I think it goes back to your point, Ian, of like, you see all these kids coming out of college. Like, I forget what the guy's name is from Auburn, Koepka or something like that.
Yeah.
That, they come out of college and they're number 1, number 2, number 3 in these rankings, and they get some kind of conditional status, and they're like, I'm tough shit. I just won all these college tournaments. And you almost never see these guys succeed to that level. So will Blades hold on? I don't know.
Will Luke Clanton
still so young.
Yeah.
Still so young.
Yep.
Especially, he's 18. He's younger than like when Tiger's got on the scene. Like,
right.
Tiger's like 19. Yeah. So it's crazy how young he is.
Is it this goes back to something we've talked about before around the type of player that you are, the type of player that are coming out of college programs now. I don't think they have. Actually, no. I know that they don't have the same mental fortitude of the Tiger Woods era. Like, those guys, for better or for worse, mental disabilities were not a thing for them. Like, therapy was not in their repertoire. It was You push it down, and you win this shit. There was no alternative. It was win or go home. And I don't know how many of these guys have that same mentality anymore. How many of these guys on tour now do you really feel like you see that same fire on? Maybe a handful, maybe
I'd say
10.
zero. I'd say zero. I mean,
Like-
the closest thing that for a while it was Brooks, but now like he went to live and now he's coming back, so it's kind of a different arc for him. But I mean, otherwise it's just like, Scotty said the same thing. He's like, golf isn't, my top priority. And he's number one player in the world. Rory's kind of the same way, but maybe not to the extent. I mean, it obviously means a lot to them, but it's not everything. Different era.
I don't know. Eric, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it, like you just said, it's a different era. People nowadays, they understand there's more to life than, their job and their profession. I think you're slowly seeing in other sports too. But I think not so as much as you do in golf, only because there's more of a team aspect over there. So you see more of, everyone on a team when it comes to like NFL, NBA, MLB. But in this scenario, especially when you have someone that's, the number one golfer in the world, like Scotty, or someone like Rory, you get like the personal touch, and no one is ever going to have the same mental game that Tiger did. No one's ever going to get to that peak ever again. So I think the days are gone of someone just saying like, I don't care what's happening. This is it. I'm practicing from sun up to sundown, regardless of what's happening. You just don't see it anymore. I don't think we're going to.
Yeah, not many kids have parents who are, former Army Rangers who are, taking that same attitude to golf. But it's also like, we talked about a different era, like kids are coming out way more prepared than they ever were, right? Like technology, these simulators, they're available to everyone, and they're not, you don't have to take out a mortgage to pay for them. So, and then by that other extension of that too, like there's more opportunities in golf, right? So like if you try the tour and, it doesn't work out, I'll just start a YouTube channel. I'll start a podcast. Like you can monetize your golf expertise that way. In fact, you can make a lot more money doing that than you could playing, and have a lot more, convenient lifestyle than being on the road, 30, 40 weeks out of the year. So yeah, it's overall very different.
That's a fair point, John. I haven't thought about it like that. That I will recognize that Tiger was the one to really drive these purse numbers up. Like he was one of the first players to truly drive the purse figures up because of the amount of sponsors that he was able to bring into the game. And to your point, now you just don't have to. You don't have to be on the PGA Tour anymore. Agnostic of LIV. Like, let's throw LIV out. All right, that's
always throw LIV out.
That'll go into the zeitgeist. And it'll be a fun time period that we'll think back on now. But yeah, YouTube golf is a massive thing that you make a shit ton of money on if you do it right. And you don't have to have the same pressures that you do on the PGA Tour. You can just be a personality hire. Literally the definition of a personality hire.
Truly.
I also think the other thing is, especially with the technology nowadays, I feel like, maybe this is just me, but I feel like a lot of younger guys, maybe even some of the pros now, while they practice, I feel like you can easily get results of, I'm going to take a couple swings and I'll know what I'm doing wrong and fix it. And I feel like Tiger was a guy, obviously before all the technology, that he would always just go on feel. He always talks about feel. I just feel it. And it's, for some reason, I always go back to the clip when they were on the range for TaylorMade and Scotty asked him about the divots. And he's like, what's with the no divots thing? And he goes, well, when I'm hitting it well, I just don't take a divot. And it like blew Scotty's mind for some reason.
Well, what do you mean you don't?
Yeah,
you don't take it? What do you?
He's like, I just don't. It's just one of those things. I think it shows you like the difference of generation in an interesting way of just like, nowadays you have all these TrackMans, all these simulators, all this stuff that you can get information like that, oh, I'm hitting it this way today. Especially when you see the guys warm up in the range, they can easily say, I'm pulling it slightly or hitting a little push cut today. I'll just have to play it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Plus, I think a lot of players are trying to get rid of as much small small movements as possible now versus back in the day. It was all feel, right? It was all about your hands. It's all about what you could feel in the fingers, what you could feel in your body around timing your swing. And now it's all about how much power can you generate with the most efficiently, right? And yeah, I think it's everything takes that. I am a firm believer in the 10,000 hour rule. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
To become an expert in anything, in any field that you name it, underwater basket weaving, doesn't fucking matter what it is. You need about 10,000 hours of time to commit to doing that craft in one way, shape, or form for your brain to basically be able to do it as second nature and not have to think about it. Now, you got to continue to do it, right? Especially for something like golf. But once you hit that 10,000 hours, you're going to be pretty damn good at it, or you can basically do it in your sleep. These guys that are on tour now, I think to your point, Eric, John, I think they might be taking it for granted of being able to only hit a few golf balls and like know exactly what they're doing wrong and feel like, oh, well, I don't need as many. I don't need to hit any more golf balls. Like, I'm good. I know what I was doing, right? I've already practiced. It's fine. Don't get me wrong. I think they still go out and practice, but to your point, Eric, I don't think they're out there the entire day, like just on the range and then going to play 9 and then going back to the range, playing another 18 and then going back to the range and then going putting, right? It was insane. I forgot what the exact, I'll have to look up what it was, but I remember reading about one of Tiger's old practice schedules that was like, wake up at 4 a.m. You go work out. You go work out for an hour or 2 hours. You eat a little breakfast. You go to the course. You play 18 holes. You eat some lunch. Hit some chips and putts, and then you go play another 18 holes. And then you grab a little bite to eat, and then you go hit 1,000 putts before you end your day. And then your day's done. And then you wake up and you fucking do it again. That's just insanity. Like absolute insanity.
Yeah, no one's doing that now.
No.
Yeah.
No one.
No.
I need recovery.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. I need recovery. Just hearing about it, you know? But yeah, I don't want to say they're soft, but you know,
They're softer.
Are they a little bit softer? Yeah. I think they are.
100%. All right. So before we get to PGA Championship, I sent this to you guys in an Instagram DM, but I saw this and I thought it was an interesting debate because we are getting into summer. Someone posted up saying that their local club was giving out basically a summer unlimited golf pass. So from May 1 to October 1, pay $1,500. You get unlimited golf, unlimited range. The only caveat is you can't get a tee time before 10 o'clock on the weekends, on Saturday, Sunday. So this guy that posted said, I'm a single guy. I don't really have any responsibilities other than work. He said, I would basically wake up and get the first tee time at 5:30, 6 o'clock, go play 18 holes. And I would do it every single day since May 1st. And he said he was told by the guys in the pro shop, who was the same two guys, that they might need to start putting some kind of like cap on it, basically, because either it was very popular or just specifically him, that he was basically abusing it. And the guy basically said, by the end of May, if I keep this up, I would have already golfed about $800 worth. So he would have more than gotten his money's worth. He would have paid for it through June. And he's like, am I the asshole here? Or is I think us would agree the club's the asshole here to even mention that at all.
But you're not getting the play. If there's nobody else out there, what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of town. Get out of here, man. Like, if you put this stipulation in, you better read you better read exactly what you're putting into that contract, because you can bet your sweet titties everybody's taking advantage of that, because the people who are signing up for that are the golf are the golf freaks.
100%.
Yeah. That's like saying, you belong to a country club. Like, Ian, you belong to a country club. You pay your monthlies. And that'd be like them saying, like, this is like your 16th round this month. It's too much.
Like, you're done.
You'd be like,
you're done. All right, sit down. You don't need any more golf. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me is like, even if you had 1,000 people signed up and your club was just head to toe people on this, and technically you might be losing money, ride it out and just increase it to $2,000 next year or $2,200.
Yeah.
It's also they're also not even talking about the fact, like, when these people are coming that often to your course, they're going to buy food probably. They're going to buy drink. You make insane margins off those things. All of a sudden, a beer is $8. You're paying like 99 cents. Like, you're going to make a lot more money off of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll bring their friends. Like, it's like it's honestly one of the stupidest things. It's not even a debate. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in golf.
Yeah, because if he's there every day of the week, that's what he's talking about at work with his family.
100%.
With his friends, right? It's all word of mouth marketing. And then the next person that they talk to, they're going to be like, whoever he told it to, is going to be like, hey man, you'll never believe what Bill over here, the deal that Bill got at such and such club. Like, it's insane. $1,500 for all you can play golf. Honestly, if I was the club, I would, I don't know. It might be good guerrilla marketing. Like, maybe they're just doing it to drive up their own marketing, to stir the pot a little bit. Because shit, we're talking about it.
Yeah. I don't know what club it is, but
they failed.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different things you can do the following year. Like, just take your medicine, you learn from it. Either increase it, maybe you cap how many you actually do. Like, I would cap how many you do next year.
Yeah.
So then it can be like a lottery system. That's how you can get more traction on it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And have like everybody pay entry, like an entry fee of like $5 if you want to sign up for the lottery. Awesome.
Sure. Yeah. You can do whatever you want. It's your club.
Yeah, exactly.
But to have people complaining about it, that like, we have this promotion and you're playing too much, get the fuck out of here.
Now Orange County National, if they had something like what Orange County National had, which was if you play in the morning and if you play before noon, right, on the weekends, you get a free lunch voucher. Now, I wouldn't be giving out free lunch vouchers for a $1,500 membership from May to mid-October, but again, you better have crunched those numbers before you start giving out these types of memberships.
Yeah. I don't see them losing money on this, to be honest. Like, especially if he's like early out, he's not taking a cart from someone who's, paying, the premium rate for the one round that day or whatever, unless he's hacking up the course and he's making it hell on the maintenance and the grounds team to fix his, his divots and stuff. Like, I don't see how you're losing money on this. I really don't. This is just a bunch of fucking old boomers. We're sick and tired of seeing this guy for some reason show up at their course every day.
Because he's got to be playing fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If he's playing 18, he's done by 8:30, so he can get back to his 9 o'clock job. Yeah, he's playing fast during the week.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, if I didn't have a job from working from home and just about to have my second child in 2 months, and I had the money to splurge on something like that, I would.
I was going to say,
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, even here in Orlando, like there's some incredible deals that you can do for summer golf, but they know their audience. Like, there's some fucking golf freaks out there. So you have to be careful about what kind of deals you put out there. That's completely on the club.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. PGA Championship.
Woo!
Aronimink Golf Club.
I'm not going to be able to say
this
that
out of the way now.
And spell it. I'm not going to be able to do it.
It took me a while to try to spell it. I'm going to get this out of the way. What did you say? Did you say OK at the end?
IK.
Yeah, it's IK.
Yep, IK.
first question. I think it's got to be talked about. Career Grand Slam, Speith. Is there a chance?
Pull on my heartstrings. Pull on my heartstrings.
Everything I've read and seen, they're like, this would be the best and most specific Speith trademarked thing for him to do.
It totally would. I mean, this fits this fits Speith to the fucking T, dude. To the T. But
I just don't think that these.
We're off the train. We're off the choo-choo train. We're off the choo-choo train. You know, we're off.
I don't think that Donald Ross greens are conducive to his circus shots and the positions that he puts himself in that are going to keep his ball in the green. So that's, if there's a different design course, maybe, but there's just, I haven't seen this course, but apparently some of these holes just have a bazillion bunkers. So, I mean, he's going to be circus shot into a bunker, onto a Donald Ross green, try and hold it and try and get within 10 feet, stay far. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
needless to say, I'm fading the piss out of him this week.
It's interesting you talked about the greens quickly, because I did look that the average square footage of the greens this week are 8,100 square feet.
Yeah.
The average on tour is about 5,700 to 6,600, and the smallest is Pebble at 3,500 square feet. So these are massive.
I was actually watching a Golf Digest breakdown of the different wedge shots, different chip shots in golf, and they were talking about how Aronimik's going to be a clinic to watch. A lot of these guys go back to basics and finding their bump and run shots because of the size of these greens. If you hit to the right misses, as in you're missing in the right spots, you should have watch for a lot of guys having their favorite bump and run shot, like a hybrid club. I know Justin Rose. I think Rose uses a hybrid. I think JT's used his 3-wood before. Some other guys use 8 irons, but yeah, a lot of guys are going to be using some interesting bump and run shots. So should be fun to watch.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Somebody was saying that a lot of the scoring is going to come down to the rough and see how penal it's going to be, because they said if it's not particularly long. I think the yardage was 73.40. It's 7,300 and change, so it's not going to be particularly long. It's par 70. So obviously favors guys who aren't incredibly long off the tee, but so it could be opens up the field a little bit. But if the rough isn't penal, they're saying it's going to be a 16 under or better type of tournament. It's going to be high scoring. It's not going to be able to hold these guys back. But if it is penal, then we'll be a little bit more competitive. So we'll see how that plays out.
I thought they said they were going to have the rough at about 3.5 inches and the greens rolling about 13.5, I believe I saw yesterday. So good God, trying to come out of that rough into those kind of greens.
Good luck. Using my putter as soon as I get within 150 yards.
Well, I think that's a loft issue. Lack of fucking talent.
That's a good one, buddy. Tell me something I don't know. You got breaking news here on the podcast.
So the PGA had an article out about things to watch out for this week. And the last 3 things were a par 3, a par 4, and another par 4 to watch out. So it was the 5th hole is a par 3, about 170 yards. Bunkers front, don't want to go long, don't want to go left. And then they said the 13th hole is technically 385, but they have a front tee that they could push it to 285, 290 to make it drivable par 4, which would be fun to watch. And then they said the 18th hole, they put in a new back tee for the championship this week. It's going to measure about 490 yards. To carry the bunkers on the right, it's going to be 340 uphill. So probably not many people going to go past those bunkers. So they said you're going to have guys coming in between about 170 to 200 yards on 18 there. So someone's got to hit a shot on Sunday. Good luck.
A golf shot. Yep.
And then they were also saying that on the front 9, the average distance of the par 4 is about 430, and on the back it jumps up to 460. So although it's par 70, usually that means some of those 4s are going to be quite long.
Yep. Yes, they are. Should be a good time. Should be a good watch.
I think that to John's point though, depending on how the rough is going to dictate, obviously, what scores we're looking at. What we always talk about when we come to majors is, other than I think the last 2 PGA championships, most of the winners have been in like that 5 under to 10 under range, where I think it's a pretty good sweet spot for a major like this. Like, I want like a 68, 67 to be like a damn good round of golf.
Yeah. Agreed.
Unfortunately, I feel like this is a course that our favorite troll, our favorite little leprechaun, could play well here. Mr. Harmon himself.
Oh, God.
Don't bring that into the universe.
How dare you?
Unbelievable.
Excuse me. Or JJ Spawn.
Start the waggles now.
Look at the weather in Philly this week to see what it's gonna be rainy on Friday. On the weekend it warms up. 79 on
humid.
Saturday, 88 Sunday. So could be distance will be at a premium Thursday, Friday, and it gets better on the weekend.
All right.
So, I like that I don't know anything about this course either. This is just a brand new course for us.
Yeah, the last time they played here was, well, at least on PGA Tour, was back in 2018 for the BMW Championship. Keegan Bradley shot total of 260, 20 under, 66, 64, 66, 64. Yeah.
So Tiger Woods in 2018 shot a 62, 8 under in the first round of the BMW Championship there. Oh, fond memories for Woods.
Is that the course record? Because it says here that Watney shot 62 back in 2010, 2011 at ATT National.
Tied the course record. Yeah.
So 62 still a course record.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Will it be broken this weekend? We don't know. Tough ask.
Very tough ask.
If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Speith.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
God damn it, Eric.
All right, let's jump into some bets. Let's start with our try bet as usual. Who's leading us off here? Second major of the year.
I got mine. If you guys are ready.
Go for it.
I'm going to go with Russell Henley.
Interesting.
He's a good long iron player.
I can't really knock anyone's picks right now.
Except for yours this past weekend. Max Homa, alternate, last minute.
Hey, he held his own.
Did he?
Yeah, he made the cut.
Hey, you and I did too.
All right. I'm gonna go. He's playing. He's just playing so well. Need to go with my boy, Ludvig.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, he's in my short list this week to win it.
Jumping back and forth, I was going to give you guys the 2 options, but I'm going to pick my own. I think he... Okay, my thought process is he loves this tournament. He knows what he needs to do to get back into the good graces.
God damn it. Don't tell me Koepka.
I'm picking Brooks.
Damn it, Eric.
I have to. To. He loves this tournament too much, and he's playing good golf.
Hey, again.
He's on Donald Ross greens, bro. Are we talking about the same Koepka here?
We are.
Let's do. It's not Chase. Brooks.
It's not Chase Koepka.
Brooks Koepka
That puts
versus
us
Donald Ross.
That puts us at 10-1 odds. By the way,
I'm gonna see Donald Ross Green's performance.
AI says that Brooks Koepka has established himself as a dominant force on classic golf courses designed by Donald Ross.
All right.
So he won in 23. Oak Hill was a Donald Ross course up in New York.
That's true.
Big brain.
Eric was on to something.
Maybe.
Okay. Next one I have for you guys, since it is major. Who's your dark horse to win? And I will specify that dark horse for these purposes is anyone that is over 50-1 odds to win.
Over 50-1.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going with Matt. My dark horse is Matt McCarthy, lefty. I don't even know what his odds are, but they got to be bigger than 50-1. Just got to throw it out there.
I got to find first. Matt McCarthy. He is 240-1.
There's dark horse.
Yeah.
That is a dark horse.
Top that.
That's almost an invisible horse, John.
As invisible as me. Almost.
man. Who's this Michael Block guy?
Shut the fuck
up.
You
Kick him out.
mentioning
out.
Michael Block and Brian Harmon in the same episode.
I'm trying something different here, guys. I'm trying something different. All right. You know what? He had some success earlier this year. I think he's going to play well this week. Don't ask me why. Joe Highsmith. I do love the hat, though. Got to give some bucket hat love.
Where is he? Do you have his odds?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, there we go. He's 200 to 1, I believe.
Dark Horse City. There we go. This is a wild field, too.
He's 2,000 to 1. That's impressive. That's impressive. 2,000 to 1. You're getting close to the Y.E. Yangs and the PGA pros there.
What's Michael Block at?
I don't want to know.
Just curious.
He's literally almost at the bottom of the list.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people do you think are going to bet on him?
A lot.
To like come top 20?
A lot.
A
lot.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to go that far down the list. I feel like I'd have to make it switch.
The irony that John and I just went so low, and Eric saying that he can't is not lost on me.
I mean, I did have another one. It's someone that I think we've picked a couple times on the podcast. I think Ian's probably is the guy that's picked him the most, but Hitatsune.
Hatsune, yeah, good pick.
He is 325 to 1.
I like that. Strong. That's a bold choice.
Okay.
That is a pretty bold choice. And you know what? I'm here for it.
Excuse me.
I am too.
So
I am too.
I will let you guys know.
Damn, Tyrrell.
And if we took those three guys, if we put those three guys in the top 5 parlay,
top $5,
$1 would win 2,000.
Dang.
What about top 20?
Top 20 for those three?
Or what about? Is there even a cut? I'd love for all three of them just to make the cut.
Oh, there probably is to make the cut. Oh, you're onto something maybe? Here. Let's see. I got to find them all first. They don't make this easy. Let's see. There's Hitatsune.
Because it's a big brain. Because it's a big brain bet. That's why.
That's true. Matt McCarty. I will say Hitatsune and McCarty are both minus money to make the cut. Now I got to find good old fucking Highsmith here. I do a control F here. Try to find him. He's plus 162 to make the cut. So it's plus 650 to make the cut for those.
Pretty good. That's guys.
That's not bad.
Honestly, guys, that might be something to put some money on.
I will put that bet in. Big brain there.
Bonus bet. There we go.
Bonus bet. It is a championship week.
I got any specials here? Fuck off. Those aren't fun. God. Could you imagine?
It's just pissing money down the drain.
The horror.
Scotty Scheffler to make a hole-in-one and Rory McIlroy are both 92 to 1 to make one.
Both of them? Yeah.
You can't even parlay it?
Mm.
Stupid. Let's see, where's Michael Block to make a hole-in-one? 210 to 1.
210 to 1.
They're going to make so much money on it.
He's not even going to make the cut, so.
There's not one to miss the cut, unfortunately. I wish there was.
Yeah. Do we know any of your PGA friends who are they playing this weekend, Eric?
We don't know anyone playing this weekend personally, but there are some names that I've seen before from the South Florida PGA. So a few here. Tyler Collette, and then where was it? Ben Poland is another one. So keep an eye out for those guys, and keep an eye out for Michael Block and Wyndham Clark to go home early.
Parlay that.
I would put so much money if I could.
Gotta find a miss the cut. Come on, guys. Take our money.
I thought DraftKings used to have a miss the cut.
I think they
for majors.
I bet Rory and Scotty even missed it one time. They almost did.
Might have to download one of those off-brand. Maybe it's on like Kalshi or something. Here we go. Missed the cut. FanDuel has it.
Boom.
But they're only giving me like 30 guys.
Just
I can't even bet on Scotty to miss the cut. The first one they're giving me is Bryson at plus 340 to miss the cut.
Dude, really? That's a great bet. It's a great bet. He's not healthy.
Oh,
he's had wrist He had wrist issues last month. Didn't make the cut at the Masters, and then he had to withdraw Mexico. Bad wrist.
I will say,
At least play this weekend.
if we parlay Bryson and Speith to both miss the cut on FanDuel, we get 10-1 odds on that.
Hey,
Interesting.
Just saying.
don't you dare.
Just saying.
Don't you dare. Careful.
I didn't
Getting
say
ahead
it.
of ourselves now.
I didn't say it.
This is the week Speith wins the career Grand Slam and
God damn it.
overshadows Rory.
You know how much I would love that? That would just, man, that
Right?
gets me going. That would make me feel so good if we could just pivot the entire storyline away from Rory. Just take the entire spotlight. Anything that we can do to remove the spotlight on Team Europe and Rory in specific would be great.
So that has to happen.
It has to. It has to happen.
So we
Brandel
just have to
Chambly was
manifest
making
it. Just say it more.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what thoughts on this, guys? Brandel, I remember watching this coverage during the Players. Brandel was making this whole bitch fest about how the PGA Championship isn't international, even though it is supposed to represent the like all PGAs. So, do you guys feel like there should be? Do you feel like the PGA should rotate to different countries, or do you think it should continue to stay in the U.S.?
The PGA of America runs it.
But there
Ding,
are
ding, ding,
Americas.
ding, ding, ding.
But there are PGA of South America as well.
Correct. And they can have a
Who's-
PGA of South America championship.
Just like there's an Australian PGA Championship.
Right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Also,
Should it be something that rotates to different countries?
That's called live.
it's
Yeah.
not, but it's
Well,
also
that was
like,
their point too. That was literally I forgot what the other announcer's name is, but the Irish guy's name. Shit, what's his name? I can't remember what his name is, but he said the same exact thing. He goes, "That's just you're just talking about live now.
Yep.
What are we doing here?" Yeah.
And do you think that these international spots would get the same purse?
No. Yeah.
So you're going to be playing for 25%, maybe half if you're lucky, of the PGA purse. You're
But
gonna
it
make
would
them
be a major.
fly.
But it would be a major.
Yeah, they're going to make them fly to Chile or Peru or Ecuador or something, or Australia for a major.
They fly
Almost.
overseas for the Open.
That's not far. That's a 6-hour flight for most
That's
of
because
everybody.
it used to, and all used to be the British Open, hence why they would play it over there. This is the PGA of America Championship.
Look,
That's
it
why we
wasn't
played here.
it wasn't my argument. Let me be very clear.
We're-
This wasn't my argument. I was posing the question. Posing the question.
Well, it's a dumb
Well,
argument. whoever
Brandel, it
brought
was a
up.
dumb
Yeah,
question.
Brandel. Yeah, get him.
Get him.
All right. Well, that is another round in the books here. Thanks again for hanging out with the tribe. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to subscribe and share it. Until next time, keep in the short grass, keep the drinks cold, and as always, go Knowles.
Go Knowles.